Hello and welcome to the post E3 talk show, where we talk about E3 weeks later than we should have because I'm really lazy. Today I'm going to be talking about 10 games from E3 that I liked in no particular order just because this year's E3 kind of sucked, so I don't really know what order to put these in. Some of them were also just kind of thrown in there. But, you know, hope you guys enjoy the list because, you know, I made it. For starters, we have Kirby, the cute, cuddly, population-starving monster who now has a new game coming out. And this one actually looks like it doesn't have some form of gimmick, which means we'll get another great game like Kirby's Return to Dreamland. This is one I can't wait to pop into my Switch and play some nice co-op fun with friends, sucking dudes and then blowing them hard the Kirby way. I'm hoping it's a more open world style game like Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, which is one of my favorites, and I can't wait to see some of the bosses the new game has to offer. It's such a cute world filled with interesting characters to really absorb, no pun intended. Another cute game that I'm excited for is Yoshi for the Switch, which has a pretty interesting mechanic going on, where you can play the game from two different camera angles. That changes how the level is laid out, allowing you to pass puzzles and find secrets just by switching the view of the camera. Yoshi and Kirby are some of Nintendo's chillest games. They're just so pleasant to sit back and enjoy without having to worry about anything stressful. Ignore death and family and just enjoy licking some dudes with your tongue in the new Yoshi game. For those of you who like Katamari, you will love Donut County, a cute little indie game about a hole. Yep, you play as a hole and you have to eat up everything in town, including people, cars, chickens, cows, and also some interesting puzzles like swallowing fire and using it to make a hot air balloon fly away. The story is also told by all the people that you have swallowed at the bottom of your hole as they try to figure out why the hole is eating away their town. It's an interesting game that got overlooked by many at E3, so I would advise checking out some gameplay of it if you can. The next game is a dumb one you guys are going to kill me for, but Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle actually looks like a pretty awesome game that will be really fun, kind of like a 3D version of Fire Emblem with a stupid twist. I really don't know what to say about this game besides it kind of speaks for itself. Like, I mean, you could have had minions instead and it would have been a little better, but pretty much still as dumb. I'm just speechless about this idea and more speechless about the fact that I actually want this game for some reason still. On the note of Mario, obviously Super Mario Odyssey is on this list, even though I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy this thing since it's like $100 Canadian, and I really just can't afford that, no matter how much I feel like I should just go broke buying it. Welcome to grown-up life, where you have to pay rent before throwing your hat on people and stealing their identity. Man, I wish I was young again. I'm excited to see all the different things I'll be able to take over in Mario. I want to say the thing I'm looking forward to the most is being a T-Rex, but truthfully, I think turning into just a regular person may be even more interesting than that. It's a game that has probably been in the works for a while now, and I think will end up being a well-loved classic just like Galaxy and 64 were. Metroid Prime 4 is a thing. Yay! Happy? Now it's on this list. I really don't know what to say about this game. I played a little bit of Metroid Prime and I loved it, but they didn't show any gameplay, just a title screen, so there's not really much to talk about, just excitement. Yay! Let's move on to the next thing. I am a huge SpiderMan fan, as you can tell by the pictures in the back of my videos. He's one of my favorite superheroes, and just seeing how the web swinging is working in this new Spider-Man game gets my hopes up for something great. Also, I'm loving how they're taking the stealth route to combat in this game, much like how Spider-Man Noir was in Spider-Man Dimensions. And I mean, yes, they showed you being sneaky, but I mean, you could probably just run in there and beat the crap out of people as well when it comes to getting through an area, which will make multiple playthroughs pretty cool. I'm just hoping to see some more gameplay of more Spider-Man villains, because I think in the Marvel Universe, Spider-Man has the best bunch to pick from. I recently did a video on fan-made Dragon Ball games, and the timing couldn't have been better with the announcement of Dragon Ball FighterZ out around the same time. It's nice to see an actual decent 2D fighting game for Dragon Ball Z that isn't a fan-made Mugen game. There is a lot of interesting things in the game that I can see as well. Plus, it actually looks like it can hold a competitive scene, possibly, and even has some sweet fast-paced gameplay. I can't wait to see what some top-tier players look like when they're smashing fists in this game, for a ton of money as well. And I'll have to watch some tournament play for sure to see some epic gameplay. Next is Shadow of the Colossus Remastered, which I'm kind of disappointed in, but at the same time excited for. I'm excited to see this game because it means I get an actual good-looking Colossus game, unlike the PS3 version. Don't get me wrong, the PS2 version is beautiful, but there's so many ways they can make the game just that much better. And it allows more people to try one of the greatest games ever made. On the other hand, I'm a little annoyed because I thought it was going to be a sequel, having us re-enter the world of the original game and exploring what was once left behind. Maybe new Colossuses appear, or maybe seeing Wander again. Who knows what could have been possible for this new adventure. But instead, we just get to relive the original, which is too bad. Would have loved to see something new. The last game I wanted to talk about is Anthem, one I have huge interest in as a big Destiny supporter. I love me some FPS MMO games, and Anthem seems to want to compete with Destiny on that level. Gameplay-wise, it seems to be bringing a lot of interesting things to the table, flying through massive worlds and mechs with special abilities, and more. Now, I love how the game is looking, but it's just a small glimpse. The Division also looked like a great FPS MMO, but it had no endgame to it at all besides a huge boring grind fest, which made the game boring. Within a month, I never even went back to play the raids. That's how bored I got of the game, and now it's pretty much dead. So hopefully Anthem doesn't fall into the same aspect. It needs to hit the ground running, and right when you think you beat the game, it needs to start flying to keep everyone's attention. Also, constant community feedback and patches are important. Without these, the players could feel unloved and leave for a different, more stable game like Destiny 2 or whatever else is out at the time. There are a few other games I was interested in, like Beyond Good and Evil 2 and other things, but I decided not to put them on this list just because I didn't know that much about them. Not much was shown, and I'd never played the games before. I've never played Beyond Good and Evil 1, and if I did, it probably would have been on this list. So if something from E3 you liked wasn't on this list, it's probably because I haven't played it, or it's pre-sequel, or whatever you want to say. But if you guys have some games that I didn't list, put them in the comments below and I'll make sure to check them out. I'm always interested in finding new and awesome cool games. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that shitty stuff that keeps me making these videos. Because I have low self-esteem and your likes make me happier. I don't pretend I didn't say that. Alright, bye! I just want to give a huge shout out to my top Patreon supporters of the month. So thank you Zero Master, Thomas Bethel, Grizzly Gamer, and Legend Gary. Without your guys' support, I would not continue to make such fantastic videos. So thank you all, and if you wish to become a Patreon yourself, check the description below for more details.